Hi, I'm Kimberly Calderbank for Community Cultures. Today we are at a very special place in Burlington on Flat Road. We're at Woodview Mental Health and Autism Services. For over 60 years, they have been providing services to our community.
Woodview is an accredited mental health agency, and we support children 0 to 18 years of age and their families. And we support them in a number of ways. We support them in our mental health programs as well as our autism programs. And our mission is to always make sure that we are providing the best support that we can to all of our families.
So what type of services are you offering, and are there wait lists to come to Woodview?
Absolutely, there are wait lists, and so what we do is we are as creative as we can, and we have something called a wait list support, where we have clinicians phoning the people on the wait list in order to see what's happening and how they can best support while they're waiting for our services. And then our different services that we have to offer is we have day treatment supports, we have intensive child and family services supports, we provide group support, and then we have outreach and counseling as well.
So Woodview Mental Health and Autism Services has programming for ages 0 to 18 years old for mental health and for autism. On the autism side of things, we have programs in the community, in center, we have school-based programs, we have programs that support families in the home, and we have a daycare program, a preschool, entry to school. We really focus on a continuum of services to meet the needs as our children grow.
We're sitting in a little house that's next door to a school center. So there's multiple things going on a daily basis here. Is this a daily school program that kids come to? And then there's also some side services. Can you sort of explain what happens on campus here at Woodview?
Absolutely. So Woodview Learning Center is one of our programs, and it is a private school for children who have autism out of our school building. It is for part-time and full-time students. Our age range right now is 4 to 19 years old. We have a kindergarten classroom. We have a daily living communication classroom. We have our high school program is in the community and going to the farm, volunteering. They spend time in working on their health and working with personal trainers. We're really trying to match where they're at in their learning and what's appropriate for them for next stages of their life.
Are there fees for families that come to Woodview for your services?
Yes, the Learning Center specifically is a private school. However, they are able to use OAP funding if they currently have that funding. Same with our services in the house. All those programs are fee for service, but can be accessed with OAP funding.
Joining me now is Kadeen. Kadeen's son is a 5-year-old who has been receiving services at the autism side of Woodview for over a year now.
Yes.
Kadeen, how did you find out about Woodview in the first place?
Google.
Really?
Google. I had actually seen another institution and didn't really get a great vibe. And so I was kind of searching around, looked a bunch of things up. Woodview popped up, gave them a call, and instantly I just felt very connected.
Yeah.
And so it was Google.
Yeah. I honestly, when you walk in the walls here, you just feel this sense of community and home, really.
Yes.
And so what was the process for you as a family once you found them on Google to sort of start to engage with them and find out what resources they did have available for your family?
So I think first, the fact that I found them on Google was like serendipity, I think, because the reason I didn't connect with the other institution was because I didn't have that family feeling that you're describing. I did not feel that connection with them. And as soon as I picked up the phone and I made my very first phone call just to find out about the services, I knew instantly that this is where he needed to be. So we've kind of met a lot of people here at Woodview, spoken to a lot, and everybody just makes you feel so comfortable and so at home. It's just such a great place to feel connected to.
How has Woodview impacted your family?
Oh, wow. I might tear up.
Oh, I will too, so just heads up.
Woodview has been, I would say, instrumental in my son's progress and all of the gains he's made in such a short period of time. I think without them, he wouldn't be where he is. He's in a mainstream school right now. He gets some additional support in the school, and he comes here on Saturdays as well. But just having the foundation, not only for him, but for myself, having the support, having someone I know that I can speak to, that I can call and just, talk to about pretty much anything, they will be there for me and our family just to give us whatever supports. The Project Impact happened in our home as well, so they were able to come to our home, kind of do not like an assessment, but just like his play area, see what he was doing at home, the behaviors, and kind of help us as a family work through everything in very one-on-one, intimate space. Again, instrumental. Like I can't stop talking about Woodview's praises, to be quite honest, because without them, I'm not actually.
You're not sure where you would be, really. We talk about community and what community means. Woodview is your community. It is. Can you build on that a little bit for us?
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. It's touching. It's really touching.
This place is, even though, it's a business and it's run like a business, everybody gets paid, everybody has a job, everybody feels like your sister, your aunt, or your cousin, or your uncle, whatever the case may be, you feel connected to that person. You know that you can speak to them, and you know that they understand what you're going through. And I think there's no wrong question that they will look at you and be like, oh my God, like, why would you ask that?
Yeah.
That never happens. You just feel this sense of safe space. And I think that's really important for our children in particular. Not everywhere is safe for them, right? No. And they're gonna have stigmas that they're gonna have to deal with for the rest of their lives and stereotypes. But here, they are at home. And they are like-minded peers, people who understand them and are patient with them. And I think that patience translates to their positive growth every single day.
Joining me now is Andrea. Andrea is a parent of a child receiving services through the mental health support programs with Woodview. Andrea, how did you find Woodview in the first place?
It was a very confusing journey. About 2.5 years ago, my son was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and GAD. And through McMaster, they suggested we contact ROC in Burlington. So ROC, we had phone call after phone call. There were so many different avenues that you could take through them that at one point, one of the ladies I was speaking with, she said, we're just having this conversation to see where your son's at, and everybody's always made things very comfortable, and you feel very comfortable talking with everybody. But I said, after we were hanging up, I said, I've had so many conversations with so many different people that I'm going to hang up with you, and I'm not going to know who you were and why we talked.
Right.
And she said, okay, I'm going to get you into Woodview at this point. So we got things rolling with Woodview. And she had suggested a group called YODA. It's Youth Overcoming Depression Anxieties. So perfect. It sounded great. This is a perfect fit for our family, for my son. And he refused to go on the first session. And we said, okay, well, you can go in your pajamas or you can go get dressed, but you are going. Huge shout out to them, because when he came out of that first session, he said, that wasn't so bad. When you're at the bottom part of your life and you think there's going to be nothing that's going to bring you up, that was the best thing I could have ever heard from as a parent.
Yeah. We've talked about the word community and just this sense of home and community when people come to Woodview. And it sounds like you've found a safe space for your son, but he found a space for him as well. What has the impact on Woodview been on your family and your son?
Exactly. It's because when somebody in your household is going through mental health issues, it's not just about them, it's the whole family that's impacted. And the minute you walk through their doors, it's like a warm, fuzzy blanket. It really is. It's more than just support. They really genuinely take such interest in you, your child, your family. They offer so much that it's not just for the child. I took a parental YODA program. They offered that for parents. essentially you want something out of it, you have to put the work into it too. And because I just didn't recognize my child at that time, this program for me, I got to mirror what he was learning, but a little bit more as a parent. So and this was an online program that I took. It was several weeks from your home for a couple of hours. It was fantastic.
Joining me now is Neelam. Neelam is a board member here with Woodview. Neelam, what inspired you to join the board?
Well, thank you for asking. In elementary school, my youngest son had some mental health challenges, and a social worker at the school suggested Woodview, who had never heard of before. So I did some research, and we registered him with YODA, which is a therapy program, and it stands for Youth Overcoming Depression and Anxiety. And he learned some great tools that he applies to this very day, and he's now 18 and in college. And so thinking about that, I found a LinkedIn post saying that Woodview were looking for board of directors, so I jumped at the opportunity to apply. I was so thankful that I can give back and help children like my son, and as well as create awareness in our diverse community of Halton with regards to Woodview. And I'm so honored to be part of this organization because the dedication of the staff is insurmountable.
It really, truly, we hear over and over just that warm hug and that wraparound piece and how wonderful the services are. And you're not wrong. It feels like a little bit of a secret that people don't know that Woodview exists, and we want to spread that message. Carrie is a parent of a young child who attends school here, as well as the support services through Woodview. Carrie, you began your journey here with Woodview in September. Yes. How has this impacted your family?
Incredibly. Jack has never been in a regular school system. For most of his life, he was nonverbal and really bad behaviors, that type of thing, aggression. So we'd always had him in ABA programming with a goal to come here, and he just was never able to come here because he couldn't be in a group setting. So the last center that he was at worked really hard to get him here, and now that he's 14, it has been amazing.
And he's surrounded by a community of like-minded kids and teenagers as well, which I assume is huge.
It's amazing. I remember when we pulled up the first day and all the kids, it was the first day of school, and I thought, oh, we're with our people. Like, it was such a great, though he's never been in a regular school system, but still, it was to see other teenagers that are just like him, just was amazing.
And we're sitting in a gym space with an incredible rock wall. It is a school. He comes here daily, it is a school,
Absolutely.
just like any other school.
Absolutely, which is one of the reasons I really wanted him here, because the other centers, as great as they were very clinical, were very, you sit in this room, and that was needed to get him to this point, but now he's thriving.
Woodview supports more than 4,000 students in our local community. To learn more about the services provided and how you can get involved, visit their website. For Community Cultures, I'm Kimberly Calderbank.